Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the On the Go Post Show for Monday, October 19th with Danielle Wiggins. That's me, Maureen Kyle, Austin Love, Jasmine Monroe, and Holly Strano. And we already turned this Monday. We gave this the nickname Move On Monday because we are talking the Browns game. Browns, Steelers. Austin, you were on this story this morning, and don't forget, everybody, you can chime in. This is our Facebook, YouTube show, so we definitely want your comments so that we can have a conversation with you and not at you. But Austin, you were on this story this morning, just the reaction from this loss, and 38-7. My goodness, where do we go from here?
Hopefully not repeat what happened yesterday. I mean, first of all, I hate to be Debbie Downer, but that game was awful. Like, there was no good part of that for the Browns. I don't think there was one even high spot where you could be like, at least like this was pretty good. It simply was just a horrible game. They got outplayed by the Steelers so much. So I mean, coming into this, it sucked because they were coming in so high with 4-1. They had won 4 straight games. Want to make a big statement against the Steelers, and just, lack of a better term, they got demolished. And then what you're worried about right now is that Baker Mayfield first off, I will say Baker Mayfield showed some guts. You could definitely tell that he was hurt, but what's problem about that, it was a gutsy going out there, but he just couldn't perform. So, had one of his worst games that he's had as a pro. He was 10 of 18, 2 interceptions, 1 passing touchdown. He was sacked 4 times, and finally just seeing that he was not A, performing, and B, getting killed out there. They brought in Case Keenum. So it was frustrating. I mean, being a Browns fan, seeing that they've lost 17 straight games in Pittsburgh, I think the only thing you can do is look at the Browns. I think they're still a good team. They're just not I think the Steelers are more in the elite category right now. And the Browns just had a really off day. So, and you can tell that some other injuries were hurting him too. So, well, on to next week, I guess. That's the best thing they could possibly do, is they got the Bengals coming up. So
yeah, against Cincinnati. So I've been digging through the social media and fan reactions, and there's a lot of themes that are coming up. So we asked the question, can the Browns bounce back? A lot of people said yes. But one of the themes is that, hey, we need to move on because this was just a bad game and the team is pretty banged up. Baker Mayfield having those rib issues and hurting their number of people out hurt. So, hey, we just got to get over that. Now, speaking of Baker Mayfield, some people are not sold that he is the guy to lead this team. And then we also have some that just say, yeah, you just need to get over it. And then, but some people really loving Stefanski. Then others are saying, remember, guys, we're 4-2, and if we beat Cincinnati and then beat Las Vegas, we'll be 6-2 going into the bye. What do you guys think about that, Mo? Do you check out the game yesterday?
You just threw a lot at us, Danielle. What do I think about? I mean, all of
Chew it up.
Look, the best way I can put it is on air. I mean, Austin and I were talking on this show, and Austin said, "Hey, there's always next week." And I said, hey, usually we're saying there's always next year. So let's just be grateful for that. Okay. And then I'm sorry, like yesterday, here's the silver lining of yesterday. It was raining. The Browns were just kind of not pulling it together early on. So probably like most households, I was like, cool, I'm going to do some laundry. I'll glance at the score every once in a while.
And that came early too. That came really early in the game.
Days where I'm like, this is the universe telling me to go fold my laundry. So I watched it, but I mean,
I did laundry too, Mo. I did laundry.
Yeah, I mean, what
the first interception, I figured, this is going to be the game, so I could start getting some stuff together for work tomorrow, cleaning the house. I feel like when you throw that interception in a Steelers game, Pittsburgh girl, I think the game went excellent. I want them to do exactly what they did again the next time.
Boo, Jasmine, boo.
I do love Cleveland, but I am from Pittsburgh. I can't help it.
Can we look at your – did I not just see on your Instagram timeline that you have 3 of the worst things and one of them is a Steeler? So pick your lane here, Jasmine.
No, did you see the caption, though? You have to read the caption. It said, wow. Yeah, see, so you make sure you read. Reading is fundamental.
I can't
You're
read.
a journalist.
I can't read.
There we go. There we go. Austin, Austin always has to do that. For those of you watching, we love you, Austin, for that.
Just trying to keep everyone honest here. Seriously.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. And speaking of
it could be fake news. It could be fake news. You never know.
Speaking of those of you guys on watching, so Brian, he says, remember 4-2 when you guys are giving up? We're not giving up. We're just being honest about that was an ugly game yesterday. And Lisa, she says they were just beat up from last week's game. They will move on. Now, Brian also says, I blame Stefanski, for not evaluating Baker on Friday. He was 75% at best. So the case he should have just started, he should have started that game. I think he meant should not have started that game, because that's another theme that we've seen when it comes to Baker and the fan reaction is that, hey, Baker probably shouldn't even play yesterday. But as you said, Austin, I appreciate the guts there.
Yeah, absolutely. He it was rough. It was rough seeing him. Like, I mean, I saw him take like 2 or 3 hits, and I was like, "Ooh, that hurt me." And like, let alone having like almost a broken rib, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
they didn't have Nick Chubbs either. So you know,
yeah,
they weren't fully together. And then I say just blame Corona. I mean, I don't know if you watch my Instagram.
We'll just blame everything on the Rona.
Whenever something goes wrong, I just blame Corona. You know.
Yeah. Good point.
Well, there we go. Now, Shayla Smith, she says, it's all right, Browns. We can shake it off and go win next week. And Jasmine, speaking of you, we did have a Steelers fan. They came in and they even said that the Browns can shake it off and they will move on. It's just we were just beat up this week.
I think that they're going to win the next time when they're playing here at this Brown Stadium. I think First Energy, when you have home field advantage, it just gives you that extra oomph. So I think they'll beat the Steelers the next time. So,
all righty. So we're gonna hold you to that, Jasmine. And Holly, you're back. You have a little Browns fan in your neck of the woods. What was he saying?
Grady. I mean, here's the thing. First of all, today's weather is pretty much like the game yesterday, in my opinion. Secondly, so my son loves football. Like, he gets so into it. And so it's an event. Like, every Sunday during the season, we're planning food. You kind of like base your day around it. You've got the football snacks raring to go. And I just felt like from the very beginning, there was not even like that, we can look forward to like the next quarter, because it's just right from the get-go, So
yeah.
he was a little bummed out, to say the least.
Okay, Jeff chimes in with this simple: Browns suck. I disagree. We're not gonna do that this morning.
You know what I think it is too, is that that's such a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
And we, Grady and I were talking before the game, and I said, wouldn't it just be so awesome if they won today and anything can happen, me being me. And he looked at me, he's like, Mom, they're not going to win. So bless that child.
We can't forget that they did beat them last year. It just overshadowed with the Myles Garrett. So it's possible. And I think that they have the pieces there. It's just, you gotta get there.
But Big Ben wasn't in that game though last year. When
but Ben gets hurt too, so we got a monster on our team, Myles Garrett, baby. If he's knocking Ben Roethlisberger out, it's over. But
it's so funny because I think I walked away just as you were talking about, you started doing laundry, did I hear, and stuff like that. I did the same thing. It's almost like I feel like in some weird superstitious way that it's gonna be better luck if I don't even look.
If you don't watch them, they're not gonna make a bad play, because they're losing because I'm watching, so I'm gonna go cook,
Totally.
Mo, myself, and Holly did laundry. Austin, Jasmine, what did you guys do when it started going down the tank?
I drank beer and made chili.
Oh, that's funny. We had chili too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our game day food.
Oh.
I just cleaned the house. The house was a hot mess express, so it's clean.
Jasmine, I mean, it's never ending, isn't it?
Well, we are getting in it, and we love hearing from you guys. I see a number of you chiming in, pretty much talking also about the play of the backup quarterback, Case Keenum. So we'll see what happens. And how we continue to move forward against Cincinnati. But before we wrap up, it is 7:15. Jasmine, you have a really good update about a young girl we've been following out of Norton.
Yeah, Emma Fouts. Big shout out to her, Emma Strong. We were out at Norton High School. She suffered a severe asthma attack last year today at her homecoming. So this is something that doctor said she wouldn't be able to talk, walk, one of those full circle moments that you realize that you're very thankful for being able to go home, being able to be around your friends. She's, going to therapy 5 days a week. And, with coronavirus going on, she's still able to maneuver through that. So a big shout out to Emma and her entire school. I got a chance to meet her principal this morning, and he showed us some of the signs throughout the school, just showing support. It's just good to know that people don't forget about you. And her mom just mentioned, the amount of support from family and friends truly helped her get through it, because when you have those low moments and someone reaches out and lets you know that you're going to be okay and gives you that extra oomph to keep going and keep fighting, that's what you need. So she just, gave some advice to parents who are fighting through something with their children right now, just saying specifically, just don't give up, and prayer is power.
Prayer is power.
Yes.
Well, let's keep that in perspective as we go into the day. Prayer is power. Thank you. That we're glad that Emma Fouts is doing well and doing better on her road to recovery. We have her entire story on WKYC.com. And let's hope we can lift some prayers up to the Browns as well, so that we can get things back on track and maybe beat Pittsburgh next year in Pittsburgh. But when they come back around, let's get them. Thank you guys for joining this On The Go post show for this Monday. We appreciate it. And remember, you can always comment in our section. Holler back, guys. See you later.
Bye.